and is definitely capable of ending a match. He actually leads the team in wins by fall with 6.
Him and Cravatas are going to get to scrambling, and the length here of Johnson is almost going to give him that opportunity to jump into a cradle, but now he jumps into 3 points instead. As I was trying to get to his page here and see if they had a height for him, because he is one of the taller wrestlers you're going to see outside of the heavyweight class here. They unfortunately don't, but he is a very tall and lanky guy.
And what does that do for him in this matchup against Cravatas? How can he exploit that?
I think it certainly allows him to stay out of where Cravatas is good, which is much more in those ties as a 157. It certainly exposes him a little bit more. His legs are longer if Cravatas can be quick. But I think it also, while he's riding on top, it provides him different angles at, pressure points, things that keep Cravatas down in the long run.
Coach Ludwig watches on. Logan Cravatas of Ohio coming off that big win last week against Edinboro by pin. And that's his first career pin, which really changed the trajectory of the match against Edinboro.
Longer guy last week against Edinboro too, but this is a different kind of beast with Duncan here, and he really has the power to just wrench you all over because of those angles and the leverage he can create. I mean, look how deep he can go on that claw ride. He's hooked almost all the way around the other side of Cravatas' neck. And that's just complete control. Unless Cravatas can finish that one, he's in a tough position. But if he does, he's at least going to find his way out to 1, maybe 2 on a reversal. Not bad from Logan Cravatas there in the long run. Crowd wants at least a loss of control, but I think while both wrestlers have a leg, we are going to build riding time for Johnson. And now Johnson might have a better opportunity to get back to it. He's got Cravatas pretty well locked up here. He's got the leg turked. He's got the full 4 coming, and if Cravatas isn't careful, he'll give up the fall here too. And then we're going to go potentially dangerous, as I think Cravatas' leg, the way Johnson had it wrapped up.
4 near fall points awarded to Landon Johnson. And again, it could be up to 4 points, 2 to 4 points. While in control, a wrestler forces the opponent's shoulder blades past that 45-degree angle for at least 2 seconds.
And he threw him kind of right through the position they were in, right to his back. But he was still in control the entire time, so he's got nearly 2 minutes of riding time with under 30 to go in our first. And that's one of those ones that kind of really breaks down Cravatas early in a match. But he's been a resilient wrestler all year.
Cravatas trying to fight here. We're only in the first period, but you can see the riding time is already piled up well over a minute. And this takes us to the end of the first period. Pretty strong statement from Landon Johnson. In his first season at Northern Illinois, spent the previous, that head nod there says it all. Ryan Ludwig is happy. 2 seasons at North Dakota State for Landon Johnson. And last season, he was 11-12, 5-2 in Big 12 duels.
Certainly got his opportunity there. There's been quite a bit of turnover up there in North Dakota State in the last couple years. Guys moving around. He gets to be one of them and gets his opportunity to start here for a MAC contending team, as he's got another quick takedown and he's already working to more near fall points. Not sure I'd expected this match to go quite this way with the way Cravatas usually fights.
Cravatas in a really tough spot right now with the score and just the current situation he's in on the bottom.
I mean, I said it was a must-win at 157. You pick up bonus points here. You have a chance at every win being bonus points if you're NIU and you really break down some of these matchups. And if that's the case, you can, not win the majority and still have a chance at this duel. Bobcats will certainly need their bonus points here coming at 174 later.
Yeah, Joel Greenlee told us before the Edinburgh matchup that bonus points were going to be key. Certainly going to be key again here today against NIU, a team that they've lost to the last 2 seasons.
Johnson riding tough, flattening out Cravatas. This doesn't feel like one of those matches where Cravatas is just overmatched at 157, a weight class where he's up 2 from 149. But the way Johnson's riding, it might be. Johnson might just have that much more strength and, weight on him.
Well, Cravatas has had to step into a situation here at 157 with no Peyton Keller. And Coach Greenlee is very proud of Logan Cravatas, especially in that Michigan State matchup. He got a huge win at 149 and then, of course, moved up to 157 when Keller's not been available. So here we go, start of the third period. It's all Landon Johnson.
And if Johnson's up quick, he's been able to turn him already. He's a takedown and a quick turn from this tech fall. And a lead for the Huskies.
Single leg grab, loses it, and escape. 1 point escape for Landon Johnson.
He's right back into him. God, you can just tell the amount of space that Johnson takes up in the middle of the mat versus Cravatas.
And how does Cravatas try to just avoid that letting it get to him right
He
now?
certainly can't be in these ties like he is right now. He's got to find a quick ankle shot to try to get under those hands, and that's a good way to do it, but he kind of extends himself all the way out, and Johnson drops some heavy hips on him to break the lock. Now he's trying to cut the corner.
Approaching the final minute of this third period, Derek Rake got things started for Ohio with a win by major decision. We started this duel at 149, if you're just joining us.
Oh, see, that's the low ankle shot you need, and you've got it pretty cleanly on Johnson here. You just got to be able to shelf and lift. He did a good job of squaring up, did Johnson again. He's dropping those heavy hips. That's something he can do with that length he has. He can get up on his toes, create real heavy hips. And we can hang out here for 30 seconds, or we won't hang out for the whole 30 seconds, but it can certainly take a long time.
What a performance here by Landon Johnson. The squad approves.
As again, he gets to an ankle, does Johnson, so he's going to try to finish one, but a good job by Cravatas to put his hips on him that time. Stretches him out. Oh, he goes inside trip, and he gets him all the way to his back. Johnson might try to finish this match with a pin, pick up another bonus point.
Cravatas bending his back and trying to get that shoulder up.
So it is going to be a tech fall at the end of regulation for Johnson.
They give him 4 at the very end, and then 15 because of the riding time. So how about that? Landon Johnson, he leads this team with 6 falls this season. He picks up a tech fall at the very end. We're going to take a quick break and come back as we got one.